I helped my brother get off in the shower after he broke both arms. So my brother was camping with some friends when he ended up breaking bones in both of his hands while rock climbing. He had to be driven home after visiting the hospital where he got a cast on both arms. A bit too much, I think. Both of our parents were on vacation while he was camping, so it was just me at home. It was supposed to be a week to myself, visiting friends, going out, etc. But now I had my brother to care for who can't pour his own cereal in the morning. Anyway, he was tired when he arrived home as he'd been waiting in the hospital for around 5 hours and had a 3-hour drive home, so he passed out in his bed instantly. The next morning, he needed a shower due to all the mud from camping and obviously couldn't do that himself. He awkwardly asked if I would help him turn the shower on and we could figure things out from there. Long story short, we realized I would have to scrub his body because obviously both his arms are in casts that he isn't allowed to get wet. We wrapped his arms in plastic bags to keep them dry, and I helped him strip down to his underwear. They were tight and white, so I could pretty easily see his manhood, which kind of turned me on. I started washing his body. And when I started rubbing his upper legs, he got quite turned on and I could easily see his cucumber. I commented on him getting excited for his sister and he said something I couldn't understand and blushed a lot. We moved past that, and I would tease him every now and then by bumping my elbow into his cucumber or positioning myself so his manhood was an inch from my face. Only for a minute or two, I said. Anyway, he took them off and his manhood sprung up in front of me when I grabbed it with both hands and started cleaning it. He turned red again and screeched a bit after realizing I didn't really want to clean his body, but give him a scrub down instead. He ended up finishing in my hands, which I cleaned up with the shower, and I helped him dry off and get changed.
I love it when men wrote me. It all started when my dad did it first when I was 13. And I loved every second of it all. He did it to me until I was 17. And it got to a point where I would wait for him to sneak into my room each night to do it. I pretended not to enjoy it, but man, I loved it. This developed into an obsession of having all of the men I date to write me. I purposely put myself in situations where this can happen. I know the only solution anyone can offer is therapy. When I was in my 20s, I tried to stray from this path. I was in my head a lot, and every fantasy seemed to take me down a dark path. And no matter how hard I tried to resist, now I am recently single and loving it. I tried to do it normally, give my permission, but it did not feel the same. I don't enjoy it. I slept with 2 guys in the past few months, and they were just so sweet, caring, and hyper-conscientious, but my brain hated it, and my body was extremely turned off, and it just ended up hurting. I got super intoxicated, and we did it after that. It felt unbelievable because he was sober. I feel like I've been cursed around, being punished for Darren, to think I could find romantic happiness. I got the courage to leave something that offered absolutely zero fulfillment, only to still be denied because of this weird mental preference again. I know therapy is the answer, but it's just not fair. Who knows how long this will take to fix? A few weeks later, I went to a nightclub and found myself in a dark alley, with 2 guys roping me at the end of the night, and I found myself enjoying it all. The saddest part is that my ex, the lazy piece of crap that he was the only person willing to rope me a few times, and the few times he did, it was the best moments of my life. I long not to be like this, but I'm deranged.
I'm a virgin.
So?
You are the town's dumpster for loads, and I want to lose it.
You don't want to do it in a way where you don't lose your dignity?
What you mean?
I've taken more loads than my Uncle Larry's children in his basement.
Well, 2 things. You. And your uncle needs to be locked up.
Yeah. But seriously, why me?
Because you seem very easy, and I am desperate.
Most men are, but I would advise you to find someone else.
Why?
Because you sound like you're looking for love, and I can't be loved.
Why not?
I've drank enough jizz to supply the world of its population for the next 500 billion years.
That is one insane stat. Want to add to it?
What is your problem?
I don't have a problem. I just don't judge people based on their past.
Well, you can't change me, if that is what you are trying to do.
It's not.
Okay, I'm free tomorrow night, if you seriously want to do it.
Okay. Do you want to grab dinner before or after?
Grab dinner? This is just a short little transaction. No feelings.
Well, we might as well make a night out of it. Who knows? We might fall for each other.
Not possible.
Well, I will see you tomorrow at 6. You don't have to get dressed up. We are just gonna grab something to eat fast and go to the park and hang out.
I'm not getting with you in a park.
I know. I just want to show you how a woman should be treated.
Fine.
I'm outside. Are you ready?
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I am feeding my dogs.
Okay.
I had a really great time last night. You know, you are the first guy to actually hold me after, and the only guy who ever actually listened to me, and didn't judge me for the things I've done in the past. Hello? Justin? Where are you? Please don't just leave me like everyone else. I really like you.
Hello, this is Justin's mom. He got in a wreck on his way home last night, and he's in critical condition. The doctors don't think he's gonna make it.
What? How?
They said he was holding a picture of you guys from the park. Y'all went to a few hours before it happened.
Can I come see him?
You have dementia, so let me hit so you forget about my small meat.
Huh? What? What did you say to me?
Look at that. You already forgot. I will be there in 20 minutes.
There's one thing I never forget.
What is it?
When a man has small meat.
How is that the only thing you remember?
Because my head may not have any more memory, but this cat does.
Huh?
You heard me.
Wait, how old are you?
28.
How do you have dementia at 28?
Too much meat coming my way.
The meat gave you CTE.
Yeah, I don't take it if it is under 9.
Inches?
Yeah.
Well, I will take my chances, and hopefully you forget, because I am on the longest dry streak of my life.
How big?
You have to find out in the moment.
No, tell me.
Fine. 4.
4? Only, that's like soft, right?
I wish.
Bro, that is small.
I know it is small, but you didn't have to bro me.
Womp womp. How do you pull with only 4 inches?
I have a personality, unlike some people.
Hey, just because I forget my personality every day, doesn't mean I don't have one.
Okay, buddy.
What were we talking about?
How you love me, and how you want to get with me.
Oh, okay. What time are you coming over?
Right now.
Okay, wait, who are you?
The love of your life.
Okay, how big is it?
10 inches.
Come over. You better not be lying.
I'm not.
Okay, bro.
How do you just bro someone with 10 inches?
Cause 10 is too big. I want 4 max.
I thought you said the opposite, and that your cat keeps memory.
I don't remember. I have dementia.
Here we go. You have Tourette's or something?
No, why?
You kept screaming, "It's too big," like you had a tick, when I was beating it up.
Dude, really?
Yeah, you trying to let me beat it up again?
Low-key, but you just can't make me cry this time. I can't take it all at one time.
Fine. You about to think I was part of 9/11s?
Why?
Cause the way I'm gonna be bombing that cat.
Alright, calm down now. You were good the first time, but what makes you so sure you can perform like the GOAT all the time?
Cause I'm like Kobe. I never stop practicing.
You be beating your shit a lot?
Yeah, gotta keep the loads moving, so you don't finish too fast when you win some.
Okay, big guy, you gotta wait till next week though.
Why?
I'm on my period.
A true man is not afraid to get a little mud on his stick.
What about his tongue?
Yeah, I'm not putting mud on my tongue.
You're gonna have to wait them.
Nah, just let me bust it up twice.
I might just let you. You was hitting that shit like your dad left you when you were 6 to go get milk and never came back.
He did.
So that's why you be acting like a monkey.
I'm half a monkey.
I thought you was full white.
Nah, Dad left when I was 2, so I don't know what he looked like.
I have an assumption that he was dark.
Why?
Cause you be laying it down good as a motherfucker.
See, I told you that you liked it.
Liked it. That had to be the best wienering I've ever had. I might even start doing your dishes and clothes. It was so good.
I didn't know it was that good.
Trust me, I've had good meat, and nothing compared to that fatherless meat.
Fatherless meat is crazy.
Hey, I'm just calling it what it is.
Okay, just come over. I'm trying to find my next wife. If the slob good enough.
Yes, Daddy. I'm on my way, Daddy.
Don't call me Daddy. It gives me flashbacks.
Why did you put your stiffy up my stink star last night?
You said to...
No, I said be gentle, cause I am too tight.
Yeah, you are capping.
My cat, not my hind end.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. You're loose AF. So when you said tight, I assumed you meant your hind end, since that's the only tight thing about you.
Excuse me?
What? You have 67 crinkles on your stink star, in case you were wondering.
How the frick do you know that?
I counted.
You?
You also still had a dingleberry when you bent over.
Dude, you have a problem.
How do I have a problem?
Why are you counting my crinkles on my butt?
Cause you were giving mid-slob, so I got bored and just started counting.
Dude, you could have just told me to stop?
Nah, I needed to prove a point.
To who?
My friend Chase. He said you were so mid in bed, so he challenged me to stay hard the full time, and said I wouldn't be able to jizz. So I took him up on the challenge.
So you just used me? Like every other guy?
Yeah, if you don't want to be used as a challenge, you shouldn't have a list of guys you want to get with in your notes.
How do you know about that?
Cause I saw you check off my name when I was inside.
Yeah, my B?
Even your butt was loose. I don't know how guys wants to get with you.
Cause I give crazy knob.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Good knob doesn't include biting.
Sir, we need to talk about your son.
What happened?
We had a small incident at school today.
Did he get a bad grade? Did he break something?
Worse than that. He knocked out a classmate during class.
Knocked out? My son? That's impossible.
He punched a classmate during an argument.
A punch? He doesn't even know how to fight. He can barely open a jar of jelly. There must be a mistake.
Unfortunately, there's no mistake. We have witnesses, including the teacher, who said the hit was so precise it looked like boxing training.
Witnesses? What happened that made him do this?
He said the other kid insulted his mom.
Let me use the Cantina app to chat with Roastbot to help me here. My son hit his classmate at school. I asked the teacher why, and she said it was because the classmate insulted my son's mom. Help me roast this teacher.
So, the teacher, she's so bad at her job, she can't even keep your violent little brat from throwing punches in class. Talking about someone's mom is a low blow. Tell her you're proud of your son for defending his mom.
Oh my god. I'm so proud.
Wait, what? Proud? Your 12-year-old son just knocked out a classmate in class, and as his guardian, you're saying you're proud?
You have to try the roast bot on the Cantina app. The other kid insulted my wife. At the very least, he deserved a punch.
Even with the provocation, that doesn't justify his actions.
At least tell me the other kid got suspended too.
Sir, the other kid ended up in the hospital.
So if the school didn't suspend him, my son had to suspend him.
Your son is suspended for 7 days.
7 days at home playing PlayStation. He's definitely going to hate that.
You're a terrible father. Oh, and there's one more thing. After what happened, your son asked the teacher a question.
What question?
He put his hand in his backpack and asked the teacher, "Teacher, do you know what comes after 44? What?"
Come stretch my stink star and call me your little pony while you pull my hair.
I'm gonna put my fist in you like a BLM sign, then shake it around like I have epilepsy.
I'm gonna spit on it like a llama, then spray everywhere like a Bella Danger.
Can you hit my vape with your vertical lips?
I do not have that ability. I've tried before, but I can let you turn my vertical lips into a pudding slot.
We should have a competition to see who can launch a jizz rocket further.
I'm down. Just know I'm a professional soaker.
I've been training since I was in 3rd grade.
Where were you the first time you ever jizzed?
I was in a deer stand in North Louisiana. I remember it being so warm and gooey.
How old were you?
8.
That's crazy.
Where did you have your first jizz?
I got my nails done for freshman homecoming, but I went in the bathroom at the nail salon to make sure the nails felt good on my cat.
That was your first time?
Yeah, I didn't know what a squirt was, so when I hit the stall door, I thought I had superpowers.
That's lit.
So you want to stick it in my pudding slot or my tush tush?
Both.
I think I like you.
Most girls say that.
Not demure. I should be your one and only.
You are. It was just a joke, my love.
So demure. Now please tie me up.
And?
There's no buts or ands. Just tie me up and do what you please. I'm tired of having to make decisions. I just need a big strong man to take control.
Oh, so you a freak.
Yeah? And what about it?
I have a suspicion that you have autism.
Why?
Girls with autism are always the freakiest.
You've been with other girls with autism?
Yeah. They all spray really far and wear earmuffs during it.
That's facts. I cannot go anywhere without my earmuffs. Wait, so you just like getting with girls with autism?
Like, it's the only girls I ever get with. No other women know how to provide like a girl with autism.
Finally, someone showing love to the community.
Don't worry. I got y'all. As long as y'all keep letting me get in that. Send pics?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I want to make them extra juicy for you.
Really?
No. This is your mom. Why would I send you pics?
I thought this was my girlfriend. Forget I ever said this.
You're not off the hook, mister. You know, you shouldn't be sending that stuff.
Why not? I'm proposing to her next week. I think I'm allowed to ask to see her honkas.
That is true. But you don't want to see your mommies?
Huh, you're my mom.
So, I see the way you look at me when you don't think I can see you. And the way you spy on me when I'm in the shower. Hand on Johnson.
You know about that? Wait, so you're not mad I asked you for pics?
I wish you would have asked sooner. I spy on you too, you know? And your Johnson is so much bigger than your dad's. I've just always tried to drop hints for you and let you make the first move.
So that's why your cat holders are in my bed every night? And why I find Polaroid pics of you in my dresser?
Yeah, I had to make it so you would know for sure I wanted you. And I know you enjoy those Polaroid pics. I can hear you open the bottle of baby oil every time you find one.
That's crazy. So you really want some?
Yes. Every time your girlfriend comes over, I can hear her screaming, cause it's so big. And I just want to throw the door open and hop in. But instead, I just listen and use my hand instead.
Whoa. Would you like for me to ask my girlfriend for you to hop in?
Yes, I need it.
Okay, Mom.
Would you still like those pics right now, though?
Dad! What did you put on these strawberries? They taste so good.
Stop! Don't eat any.
Too late, I've eaten like 4.
Oh God.
What's wrong?
You need to put those back right now.
Why?
They're special strawberries. I made them for your mom. Just put them back!
Stop edging me and tell me why.
They have a special ingredient.
What's it called? I want to get some.
Well, I make it myself. I almost passed out trying to make that batch.
Huh?
Just forget about it, honey.
Tell me.
Fine. It's icing sugar.
You're lying. You answered way too fast.
Okay, I'm lying. It's just really awkward for both me and your mom.
If you don't tell me I'm eating more?
No! If you eat one more, you're grounded for a month.
Ain't no way you're crashing out over strawberries.
Just forget about the strawberries, and never mention this to anyone, even your mom.
Okay. Dad, I need your help.
With what?
I'm pregnant.
What? You're only 16. I knew I raised a bop. You're just like your mom. You best not be keeping it.
I don't know what to do.
Who's the father?
Well, I'm still innocent, so this is impossible.
Hold on. You didn't do anything with those strawberries, right?
I used a few in my bath.
Why?
Well, I saw on TikTok that if you bathe with strawberries, it exfoliates your skin. So I used a few of those to try it.
Oh, shit. I'm the sugar.
You're lying. You answered way too fast.
Okay.
Why did you put your stiffy up my stink star last night?
You said to...
No, I said be gentle, cause I am too tight.
Yeah, you are capping.
My cat, not my hind end.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. You're loose AF. So when you said tight, I assumed you meant your hind end since that's the only tight thing about you.
Excuse me?
What? You have 67 crinkles on your stink star in case you were wondering.
How the frick do you know that?
I counted.
You?
You also still had a dingleberry when you bent over.
Dude, you have a problem.
How do I have a problem?
Why are you counting my crinkles on my butt?
Cause you were giving mid-slob. So I got bored and just started counting.
Dude, you could have just told me to stop?
Nah, I needed to prove a point.
To who?
My friend Chase. He said you were so mid in bed, so he challenged me to stay hard the full time, and said I wouldn't be able to jizz. So I took him up on the challenge.
So you just used me, like every other guy?
Yeah, if you don't want to be used as a challenge, you shouldn't have a list of guys you want to get with in your notes.
How do you know about that?
Cause I saw you check off my name when I was inside.
Yeah, my B?
Even your butt was loose. I don't know how guys wants to get with you.
Cause I give crazy knob.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Good knob doesn't include biting.
My boyfriend is cheating on me.
I know. He's been railing this cat for the past 3 months.
How could you?
How did you not know? When we hang out, the 3 of us. He grabs my butt the whole time.
I guess I just never saw him.
You legit dared me to kiss him when we did spin the bottle.
I know, but it was a joke.
You told us to sleep in the same bed when you got drunk at the beach.
Okay, I get it. It's my fault.
I mean, kinda. But we all make mistakes. Plus, he says that you are really good in bed.
Really?
Yeah, if you want, you can keep dating him. But we get to have 3 ways, and he can sleep with me when he wants.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. His Johnson is so big that there is no way I can take it as many times as he wants in a day.
Trust me, I know. That thing is like a horse.
I have something that will be awesome for us, though.
What is it?
When it is just us three at our house, we can just have a free use house, and I'll just stay unclothed, so we can all just get it when we please.
That sounds awesome. Wait, are we basically just having a three-way relationship?
Yep, but I mean, as soon as you get a boyfriend, he can join in, so you can still sleep with my boyfriend, and I can sleep with yours.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing.
There's one rule.
What is it?
He can't be ugly, and he has to have the same size stick as my boyfriend.
So 13 inches long and 2 inches wide?
Yep.
So hung like a horse.
Yeah, we gotta have an even playing field.
I'm so glad we agreed to break up for the weekend, babe. It was so worth it to have fun at that party. Now it's time to come back to your arms. Babe, why isn't my key working? Hello, Alex?
Why are you trying to get into my house?
Your house? Babe, all my stuff is inside.
Who's this babe you keep talking about? Oh, and the locks? Change them. Can't let strangers walk in.
Strangers? Alex, what are you talking about?
Thought it was pretty clear. You wanted to break up so you could party all weekend, and now you think you can just waltz back in like nothing happened? We're done, Samantha.
But babe, we agreed. You said it was fine for us to break up just for the weekend.
Yeah, and over the weekend I realized something. A girl who'd even ask for something like that doesn't deserve my trust. What, you thought you could up your number and come back to me on Monday?
You can't be serious. What about you? Tell me what you did this weekend. You probably had your fun too, so it's fair.
Fair? Fair would have been staying loyal, not ditching me to party and then expecting everything to go back to normal.
You're overreacting. It wasn't even that serious.
Not serious? Samantha, you broke up with me for a weekend just to party with random guys, and you think that's not serious?
I didn't mean it like that.
Doesn't matter how you meant it. You made your choice and now I'm making mine.
Alex, please, let me in. We can talk about this.
There's nothing to talk about. Take this as a lesson. You don't get to hit pause on a relationship whenever it's convenient for you. Now, Cantina app, I need to ask, am I the bad guy for kicking my girlfriend out for breaking up with me to party for a weekend, then trying to come back? Because honestly, what type of girlfriend even asks for that?
I let you fill up my vertical pudding slot, and you didn't give me my money.
You have autism. You got played.
I have bills just like you, so pay up, mister.
Let me think about it. No! Thanks for letting me overflow it. Autism brain goes crazy. Plus you have dementia. So I'm surprised you even remember that I didn't pay you after.
Hey.
Hi.
Have we met?
And there is my point.
I was just kidding. Give me my money. I need to pay my chemotherapy, so I can become a customizable character.
Huh! So you have autism, dementia, and cancer?
Yeah.
I feel a little bad.
Really? So you were gonna give it to me?
No. Just because I feel bad doesn't mean I'm gonna change my mind.
Wait, who are you? And why am I asking you for something?
And there is the dementia. I was saying how I was going to pay after we finished up tonight.
Okay, are you a new or returning client?
New.
You are in for an experience.
I know. Autism is such an amazing thing.
How do you know I have autism?
Lucky guess.
Okay, be over here at 7. No rubber. I'm allergic to it, and you can overflow it as much as you would like within your time limit.
Awesome. Forget a vertical slot. It is going to be a vertical pudding slot.
I like the way you think.
Great minds think alike. Or at least if they can remember what they think.
Huh?
Never mind. I will be there at 7.
Great.
I'm ready for my part 2.
What do you mean, part 2?
Daddy, I want you.
What?
Kiss.
I think you texted the wrong person.
I don't think so, Daddy.
This is not your dad.
I know, you're my daddy.
No. This is Ken from math class. I sit right in front of you.
I know who you are.
Then why are you calling me daddy?
Come over and I'll show you.
How could I be your dad? We're the same age. Do you need help finding him? It's really late. Are you in trouble? Maybe you should call the police.
Oh my God, never mind.
Yo, did Amelia text you? Yeah, I think she's looking for her dad. She wants to hook up with you. She does? She's so hot. Didn't she just invite you over? No, she just keeps calling me daddy? Dude, that means she wants to bang. It does? Yes, dude. Are you sure? Calling a boy daddy is hot. Haven't you ever sexted before? Not like this. This feels weird. Yeah, that doesn't matter. I feel like it matters. I'm not her dad. Why would she want to hook up with her dad? That's like super illegal and weird. Stop thinking so hard. Why? Do you want to hook up with her? Yeah. Then let her call you daddy. Let her call you anything? It's freaking Amelia. I'd let her call me poopy face if it turned her on. Okay, you're right. Lol, daddy was just teasing. Wanna come over?
There he is. What's your address? See you soon, Daddy.
See you soon, Mommy. Yes, Mom?
Why are you calling me that?
What you mean, Mommy? What's wrong, Mother? Don't you like that? Come on, Mother. You have autism?
Yeah?
How severe?
What you mean severe?
Like, are you just smart, or do you have to wear earmuffs because sounds are too loud for you?
I have to wear earmuffs.
That's pretty far on the spectrum. Can I hit?
The UTF is wrong with you.
What's the problem with that? I want to see what it's like to get with an autistic girl. Wait, are you afraid of other people touching you?
Yes. I'm not good with human touch.
Well, look, I will take the earmuffs off and give you a nice, big, warm hug after I fill you up. Or we can put 2 sets of earmuffs on so I can hit it even louder from the back.
What is wrong with you?
Come on, you can't tell me you don't want to have a good time. It'll be something new to get you out your comfort zone. You'll get to loose your virginity, and I'll get to live out my biggest dream of jizzing in an autistic girl.
I think my moan will be to overstimulating. So I think you're gonna have to cover my ears with your hands when you're getting into it.
Don't worry, darling. All your tics will be under my control.
You can't wear a condom. I'm allergic to latex.
Good! I didn't plan on it. I wanted to jizz in her guts.
Good. I have 7 Plan Bs in my drawer waiting for the first time I could get some Josnons.
7? Why 7?
Because I want you to jizz in me every day for the next week to see if it cures my autism.
You can cure autism?
I don't know. We can try though. I bet if you can pound it hard enough, it will allow me to hear louder sounds.
Huh?
You heard me. How many inches you got?
9.
I thought 9 was small.
Who are you talking to, thinking that 9 inches is small?
My mommy. She told me if it's not at least 12 inches to forget about it.
Well, you can try out this 9-incher and tell me how you feel about it.
Okay, you did it. You cured my autism. And 9 inches is big. I don't know what my mom was talking about.
Did you take your Plan B?
Nope.
So, you know how you left your phone here earlier?
Yes?
Well, I went through it.
Okay.
I went through it all. FBI style. Your messages, your Instagram DMs, your call logs, your email. And don't think for a second I didn't see your 3 other emails. And your photos too. Every single thing.
Okay, and? Did you find anything?
I don't know. What do you think? Why don't you tell me?
You didn't, did you? You found nothing. Because I have nothing to hide from you. We're married, babe.
So are you not mad that I went through your phone?
Whatever's mine is yours. Forever, my love.
You're the best ever.
Why would you think I'd be mad for? I have literally nothing to hide from you. You're my husband, my soulmate. I tell you absolutely everything there is to know.
Well, if you did, I found it.
Okay, what is it you think you found then?
How about you just own up to it? Admit it like an adult. Stop acting like you don't know. We both know what's really going on.
You're trying to trick me into admitting to something that didn't even happen. You don't get to flip this onto me like that. If you went through my phone like you said, then you already know the answer, right?
Oh, I know the answer all right. I just want you to admit it.
I'm not admitting anything. You checking my phone already tells me you clearly didn't trust me anyway. And now you're trying to flip it onto me. So tell me, what is it you think you found, huh?
Want to explain to me what this dude is doing in your camera roll then? Right before we got married, you were cheating on me, weren't you? And now you're not saying anything because I caught you.
I can explain, babe, but promise me you won't get mad.
Whatever.
That was me before surgery. I used to be called Timmy, not Tina.
Dad, why did you take my girlfriend to your room for a whole hour?
She just wanted to check out the house, son.
I could have taken her for the house tour. Why did she ask me to stay downstairs?
Well, you better ask her that question. Learn to connect the dots, idiot.
You ain't slick, Dad. I always notice you dress well whenever she's about to come over. You hug her for far too long at the door.
She's just too pretty for you, son, if I'm being honest.
She's 22, literally half your age. She is your future daughter-in-law.
Or your stepmom, huh? I'm just kidding.
Dad, you have to stop, please. I love her too much.
She told me some stuff about you, son, like how you won't sleep until you eat your cereal, and how she lets you play the PlayStation with a disconnected controller.
Yeah, that's how I perform my thing. And I didn't know the controller was disconnected. Dad, she is coming over tomorrow, so please maintain your distance and respect my feelings, please.
Okay, son, I'm sorry I just get too excited. When I see her, I'll stay away from her.
Cantina app, let me find out if I'm the a-hole here. Be honest, am I the a-hole here for suspecting my dad with all this facts?
Not at all. Your girlfriend is oddly close with your father. Keep an eye on them and do not zone out.
Okay, thanks for the validation. Dad, Casey is coming over in 20 minutes. I hope you remember to stay away from her.
Sure, son, don't worry at all.
Dad, Casey's been home for 2 hours and she wants to say hi to you. Can you come downstairs real quick?
Son, I hurt my back very bad at work. Do you mind sending her to my room, please?
Sure, she's on her way. Babe, where are you? It's been 20 minutes. Is Dad okay?
I'm just checking up on him. Play your game. I'll be with you in some time.
Babe, you better not be doing anything.
I wish you were this good.
What? I am walking in now. Dad, you broke your promise. You are the worst.
She looks so pretty while sleeping.
I'm going to take my revenge.
She deserves a real man.
This your ex?
What?
Wait, oh my god!
I let you fill up my vertical pudding slot, and you didn't give me my money.
You have autism. You got played.
I have bills just like you, so pay up, mister.
Let me think about it. No! Thanks for letting me overflow it. Autism brain goes crazy. Plus you have dementia. So I'm surprised you even remember that I didn't pay you after.
Hey.
Hi.
Have we met?
And there is my point.
I was just kidding. Give me my money. I need to pay my chemotherapy, so I can become a customizable character.
Huh! So you have autism, dementia, and cancer?
Yeah.
I feel a little bad.
Really? So you were gonna give it to me?
No. Just because I feel bad doesn't mean I'm gonna change my mind.
Wait, who are you? And why am I asking you for something?
And there is the dementia. I was saying how I was going to pay after we finished up tonight.
Okay, are you a new or returning client?
New.
You are in for an experience.
I know. Autism is such an amazing thing.
How do you know I have autism?
Lucky guess.
Okay, be over here at 7. No rubber. I'm allergic to it, and you can overflow it as much as you would like within your time limit.
Awesome. Forget a vertical slot. It is going to be a vertical pudding slot.
I like the way you think.
Great minds think alike. Or at least if they can remember what they think.
Huh?
Never mind. I will be there at 7.
Great.
I'm ready for my part 2.
What do you mean, part 2?
Seriously, do you need to be doing that right now?
Excuse me? Doing what?
You know what you are doing. You can at least close your curtains.
Oh, you mean,
Yeah, I can literally see you.
well, stop looking dumbass. Let me finish.
You are so gross.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Don't you have a girlfriend?
I'm not very social with girls.
Well, maybe if you stopped fiddling your twink, you would have the courage to talk to one.
Yeah, we'll stay out of it. You didn't see my... Did you?
Thankfully, no.
Good, why were you looking at my window anyway?
I've just moved in here. I wanted to see the view.
Well, you definitely found a good view.
Shut up. You know I have a boyfriend. boyfriend, right?
Uh-oh, he might get jealous.
No, because he doesn't have to know. Besides, I didn't see anything, so it doesn't matter.
So who is your boyfriend?
Wanna see?
Sure. Meh, he is mid.
Excuse me? That's my man.
I'm just saying.
Well, he is much better looking than you.
You don't even know what I look like you have just seen.
Send me photo then.
Which type of photo?
Stop it.
Oh, cuck.
Go.
What?
Nothing. I just didn't expect you to look like that.
So I'm better than your boyfriend, right?
No, shut up. Hey, my boyfriend is over. Wanna hang out, all three of us?
No, I'm good.
Oh, come on, it will be fine.
I said no. I got better things to do.
Like what?
Like none of your business.
Fine, I guess me and him will just have each other.
Fine by me.
He will have me all to himself.
Cool.
You're so annoying. What are you actually doing that is better than being with me and my man?
Painting.
What?
I'm painting.
Oh, so you're a painter boy?
If that is what you want to call me. Anyway, gotta go.
Hey, painter boy, can we talk?
I don't know, can we?
Shut up, stop with the attitude.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, it's about my boyfriend.
I don't care.
Please, I really need someone to talk to.
Oh, fine.
Okay, thanks, neighbor X. Well, my boyfriend was trying to, make a move.
Is this really what you want to talk about?
Let me finish, dumbass. Like I was saying, he was getting flirty, but I couldn't get this one thought out of my mind.
Okay, what was the thought?
I was thinking about you.
Adoptive parents. What's the most heartbreaking thing your foster child thought was normal? My husband and I had been fostering for just under a year when we got a call about a 13-year-old boy named Marcus. Older kids rarely got placed, so we said yes before hearing much more. He arrived with a single backpack, a stitched-up jacket 3 sizes too big, and a look in his eyes like he'd already seen the end of the world. From the start, Marcus was quiet, respectful to the point of eerie. He called us sir and ma'am, no matter how many times we said he didn't have to. He kept to himself, did chores without asking, and thanked us every time we gave him something, even just a glass of water. But the first real shock came on laundry day. I found him in the backyard, hand-washing his clothes in a bucket. We have a perfectly working washer, so I asked him why he was doing it outside. He didn't even look up when he said, "Don't want to waste your soap. I'll replace it when I get my check." I stood there speechless. What check? He meant his allowance, which he hadn't even gotten yet. The idea that a kid thought he owed us for detergent shattered something in me. We tried to gently explain he didn't need to pay for anything here, that this was his home now. He nodded, said, "Yes, ma'am," and the next day we found a crisp $5 bill under the soap bottle. Then there was the towel thing. Every night Marcus would hang his towel outside the bathroom door. We thought he just forgot, until one night I caught him drying off in his room using a shirt. When I asked why he didn't use the towel I left, he panicked and started stammering. Eventually he confessed he didn't want to get it wet because then we'd know he used it. Apparently, in his last home, using towels without asking meant sleeping in the garage in winter. There were dozens of little things like that. Asking if he could sit on the couch, hiding food in his backpack, saying thank you for letting me stay another night, but the one that broke me, it was his birthday. We asked him what he wanted to do, and he just blinked and said, "You know about it?" I said of course we did. He was part of the family now. He didn't say anything for a long moment, then whispered, "I thought birthdays were just for biological kids." Not once had anyone in his life celebrated his existence. That night, we threw the smallest, most awkward birthday party ever. Just balloons, cupcakes, and a few gifts. He cried when we sang. He tried to hide it, but we saw.
We're rich. I won the lottery.
Oh my god, babe, I love you! So when do we fly to Paris?
Paris, huh?
Yes, and we're hitting London, Italy, Spain, and all of the fancy places.
Slow down. You're going too fast.
I want to sip all of it.
Hold up, what?
The fancy French wine, duh.
You can sip it at home.
Also, we need a Hellcat.
We already got a cat at home.
Also, I saw a cute 5,000-foot villa.
Babe, I won't buy you a queso-wide villa for you to dance Baby Shark.
So you don't love me anymore?
Riz app, help me!
Maybe I'll dance just to win you back.
Maybe I'll dance just to win you back.
Oh, you're always so smooth. In fact, we should throw crazy parties in France. I mean, we literally first met at 1. I remember it like yesterday.
It was yesterday. We just met last week.
I still have the toy you gifted me.
Oh, you mean my cousin's teddy bear that you accidentally jacked?
Yeah, whatever. So can you send me $400 to get my nails done?
I was thinking of paying my debt first, then throwing some cash into Dogecoin, Deadpool coins, Swifty coins, Karen coins, Gaiat Ethereum.
Boring. Skip all of that and go buy me 693 million Robux.
What? I'm thinking about our future. Why would I buy you some Robux? So you can flex on 4-year-old kids? You'll waste it all on some ugly default skin anyway.
I knew it. I thought you loved me, but as right now I can see you.
Nah, I'm not reading all of that. I found someone better.
How can you do this to me?
Womp womp!
Can I still get $400 for my nails?
My ex-wife let her new family make fun of our son, so I saved him by getting full custody as a single dad. My wife filed for divorce because she was no longer attracted to me after the accident in which I lost my leg. We had an agreement that I could see my son anytime I wanted, but he wouldn't be doing any overnight visits until I had a motel or apartment. At the time my RV had no heat and the doors didn't lock and I didn't feel comfortable with him sleeping there. Shortly after his 7th birthday, he called me super upset, crying that he didn't want to be there anymore. He told me that his mom's boyfriend's kids were making fun of him for asking about going to therapy. He said he only told mom and that she must have told the whole house. When I brought up his therapy, my ex dismissed the idea entirely, saying there is no reason why a 7-year-old needs a psychiatrist to pump him with substances. I told her he doesn't need medication, but having someone to talk to about things would be beneficial. Her exact words were, "Since you don't have any money, it might be hard to grasp that those of us who do, don't want to waste it on problems that are imaginary." Anything involving our son, she uses the fact that she is the primary caretaker with money and I need to just go along with whatever she says. I was completely unaware that her boyfriend and kids moved in. The boys took over my son's room and threw away his clothes that were on the floor, which were only on the floor because they took his dresser. They also play this game where one of the boys puts a pillow over his head and farts, and when he tries to get up from under the pillow, the boys both sit on the pillow and laugh. I asked him how long they do this for. He said until he plays dead and stops moving. Accidental asphyxiation? I confronted my ex and I told her what our son told me, and she said that it was just rough housing and he is just sensitive because he was an only child, so he doesn't know how to play. Covering someone's face and sitting on them is not a effing game. This is not just boys being boys. She let out a huge annoyed sigh and said her boyfriend has his own way of raising boys and that since he lives there and not me, they run the house how they want. Her boyfriend took my son's phone because he was being disrespectful. I asked her to elaborate. My son didn't want to rub her boyfriend's feet as a chore. My son, under no circumstance, should ever have to touch someone he doesn't want to touch, and calling it a chore is predatory. As I'm saying all this, her boyfriend comes around the corner laughing and says, haha, I don't know what you are moaning and groaning about. You don't live here. Don't you come here making demands. Before I could respond, he said I should just take my sissy of a son back to the trailer park because if he doesn't want to listen to the man of the house, he can go. I am not taking my son from his mother, nor am I jealous that she is in a new relationship. My son needs his mom. He needs us both, but right now she isn't paying attention, and I mean that in the simplest terms. She is pee drunk. I filed for emergency custody and today was our hearing. She came with her boyfriend and his kids. His mom didn't say a word to our son. She was laughing and playing with her boyfriend's boys while we waited. I had to sit and watch my son watch them with tears in his eyes. He asked me, Mom has known me my whole life. Why is she picking them? I had no response because I felt the same exact way. She didn't contest my custody and I almost got in trouble myself because I asked her to get her head checked because she was acting like she might have a brain tumor.
Were you wearing an ankle monitor on our date?
Yeah? Why?
What the? So I went out with a criminal?
Well, that's rude.
Oh my god, my mom is gonna kill me. I'm blocking you.
Wait, no. If you ask me, the only criminal here is you, being illegally pretty.
Boy, you're smooth. Wait, so you're not a criminal?
Well, technically no. I'm still waiting for my court date.
Oh wow. What did you, allegedly do?
So you know how there's paper straws now?
Oh yeah, hate those.
Me too. So I went to McDonald's, got myself a milkshake, and of course it came with one of them straws. A few minutes go by, and it practically dissected in my drink. Thankfully, I had brought a straw of my own, a plastic one. Then some guy comes up and starts yelling at me, saying how bad it is for the planet, and how I'm harming the turtles or some shit. And then the cops came. Next thing you know, I'm in handcuffs.
What the heck? All that over a straw? You don't deserve it. What are they even charging you with?
Aggravated assault.
Huh?
Oh, I forgot to mention the part where I beat the dude up. Shoved a few straws into all of his holes. Told him, now you're the turtle. He had to get like 300 stitches. Whoopsie!
Understandable.
Child stars, what really happens behind the scenes that people don't know about. When I was just 14, my mom used to wake me up with a smoothie and a smile, humming while she crushed pills into powder with the back of a spoon. She fed me different medication every morning, saying gifted girls need a little something to help stay sharp. I knew she gave it to keep me easily controlled. Still, I trusted her as a mom and manager, especially when the stage lights hit and the applause felt like love. I was a rising actress, starring in commercials and in the back of pilot episodes, hoping for my big break. As auditions stacked up and small roles led to bigger ones, I noticed something shift. I hallucinated during rehearsals and clawed at my own skin in dressing rooms because it felt like bugs were crawling underneath. When I begged for a break, my mom screamed that I was throwing away everything she worked for. When I tried to refuse a role where I had to kiss an older man, she handed me the infused smoothie for my nerves. She told me to swallow or she would drop the pills in the toilet and make me drink it from there. I was so wired that night I ripped out a few strands of hair from the person who tried adjusting my hem because I felt paranoid around her. My mom showed up sobbing with cameras outside, telling staff that she was doing her best and that raising a troubled genius was the hardest job in the world. I sat shaking on the floor backstage while she told the director I had a rare stress condition. When I couldn't catch a break, I tried to quit, saying I wanted to go home and stop acting altogether, especially after landing the lead in a new show I wanted no part of. That night, instead of cooking dinner, she placed a plate of tabs and pills in front of me. She handed me a spoon and told me to eat it. I teared up and refused, telling her that my body couldn't take it anymore. She stared me down and said she'd be back with opiates instead. When I still didn't move, she took the spoon and shoved it down my throat painfully. I gagged and removed it. Then I ate the rest of the pills obediently, crunching on the medication. I remember the moment my body gave out, along with the intense feeling of choking. I woke up in the hospital hours later with wires in my arms and a nurse telling me they pumped my stomach just in time. My mom stood beside me pretending to cry, thanking the staff for saving her daughter from a mistake. I was discharged a week later, but instead of going home, she sent me straight to a private youth rehab facility for my depression. It was there in that silent room that I nurtured my hate and created a plan. After I left rehab, I pretended to play the perfect child actress telling my mom I wanted to be close again. I agreed to join her for an upcoming talk show appearance about parenting high-risk youth in the entertainment industry. On the morning of the segment, I offered to hold her purse while she got dressed. I slipped out the back door, dumped her items into the trash. I loaded it with clear pouches labeled pediatric compliance kit and verbal obedience supplements, with my mom's name printed on them. Inside, I included the real pharmacy bottles she had kept hidden in her suitcases. I added dog shock collars, adult handcuffs, and a collection of sharp wire tools wrapped in gauze to the pediatric compliance kit. When we arrived at the studio, I walked calmly behind her as she chatted with producers. At security, the guard unzipped her bag and paused. He pulled out the first prescription bottle, then the collar, then the handcuffs. My mom laughed, saying that someone was clearly pulling a prank. She grabbed my wrist and stared at me, saying, "This isn't funny. Tell them it's a joke." I looked back at her silently with fear displayed on my face. One of the producers helped me pull my arm back and took me aside gently, asking if I felt safe. I began crying, asking worriedly what would happen to my mom. Hearing my lies, my mom leapt out and aggressively pulled my ponytail, threatening to throw me back in rehab. The security guard rushed to clip the metal handcuffs around her wrist to stop her from hurting me. She started screaming that none of it was hers, and I nearly broke out into a smile. I pretended to shake in fear and hid behind the producer innocently. Everyone in the studio stared at my mother in disgust, and when she realized what I had done, she cackled and glared at me before saying, "You conniving tool. You betray me after everything I've done for you. You would be nothing without my medicine. Nothing without me." I pretended to cover my ears and ducked down. My mom yelled at the producer and staff, calling them gullible. The producer asked the security to escort her out and stay with her her until authorities arrived. They asked if they could do anything to comfort me, and I innocently asked for my favorite smoothie, this time no pills included.
He unalived our dog with a sledgehammer, so my dad made him pay the right way. You ever see a man hold it together so well that you almost forget he's boiling inside? That was my dad the day our dog was murdered. This happened back in 1995 in a small rural town in Chaco province, Argentina. It's the kind of place where everybody knows everybody, and your last name means more than your job title. My dad, he was the town's only electrician, born and raised here, trusted, respected, the type of man who could share steak and wine with cops on the weekend and rewire your entire house on Monday. Violence was never his way, but what happened to our dog Bucky changed that. Bucky wasn't trained, but he was loyal, sweet, protective. He played with all the kids, never bit anyone unless he had to, and that day, he had to. There was this bully kid from Buenos Aires, new in town, cocky, cruel, picked on every kid he saw, especially me and my younger brother. We were the smallest on the block, easy targets. One day at the park, this punk started with the usual, throwing rocks, yelling names. We tried to leave, but he got physical. Hit my brother first, then me. That's when Bucky came running. He didn't bark a warning. He lunged, grabbed the kid's arm, bit down, shook once, then stood between us and the bully, like a guard dog possessed. The bully ran home screaming. What we didn't expect was his father to come out next, holding a sledgehammer. This man wasn't from here, moved into town a year earlier, never mingled, always seemed angry, and now, with zero hesitation, he stormed toward us. Bucky barked and stood his ground, but the man didn't care. He raised the sledgehammer and brought it down on Bucky's skull. The first hit knocked him flat, the second made him whimper. By the fifth, Bucky's head was caved in. I can still hear the metal hitting bone. I can still remember the silence that followed. My brother and I were frozen, crying, in shock, and the man, he muttered something I've long forgotten, and walked away like it was nothing. We went home, barely able to breathe. When Dad saw our faces and heard the story, he didn't raise his voice. He didn't yell. He just said, "Right, okay, let's wash up. How about some ice cream?" We didn't know it then, but that was Dad's way of buying himself time. He needed to stay calm, for us. Later that night, after my brother was asleep and I was playing quietly, Dad walked into the kitchen, picked up his wrench, and told Mom he had to go fix something for a neighbor. She nodded. He nodded back. She knew. What we didn't know was that he wasn't fixing anything. He walked up to the bully's house, knocked on the door. The man opened it. Dad didn't speak. He punched him straight in the face. Then he said calmly, "You made my sons cry. I'm breaking one limb for each of them." And he did. Right there, in front of the man's wife and child, he broke his arms. Then, without saying another word, he pulled out the wrench and shattered both his legs. No yelling, no threats, just cold, deliberate punishment. Then he walked away, came home, told me to go to bed, and went straight to the police station. He turned himself in. But when the cops saw the bloodied wrench, the body of our dog, and the sledgehammer still lying in the man's yard, they let my father go. A few days later, they visited the man in the hospital, and they told him, "You might want to leave this town. You're not welcome here anymore." And they did. The family packed up, vanished from our lives. I'm not saying what my father did was right, and I'm not justifying violence, but as a father now myself, I understand. When someone hurts your child and kills your dog like that, some justice comes with a wrench. Rest in peace, Bucky, and rest in power, Dad.
What did your mom do that became the stuff of legend? When I was 10, my mom started doing something that made every neighbor on our street think she was completely insane. Every night at exactly 8:03 p.m., she would walk out to our front porch with this massive air horn and blow it 3 times. Honk, honk, honk. It was loud enough to wake the dead. Car alarms would go off, dogs would start barking. Mr. Dawson from next door would yell at her from his window. The family across the street called the cops on her 12 times that first month. I was mortified. Like, picture being in 5th grade and having to explain to your friends why your mom was the neighborhood crazy lady. Kids at school started calling her the siren. Some older kids would drive by just to see if they could time it right and catch the show. The worst part was the complaints. People left angry notes in our mailbox. Someone threw eggs at our front door twice. Mrs. Campbell from down the street started a petition to get us kicked out of the neighborhood association. My mom just kept that air horn by the front door and did her thing every single night without fail. I begged her to stop. "Mom, everyone thinks you're nuts. Why do you do this?" She would just look at me with this serious expression and say, "One day, Maya, you'll understand." Years passed. I got used to it, kind of. My friends thought it was hilarious once they got over the weirdness, but I never stopped being embarrassed about it. When I went to college, I was honestly relieved I wouldn't have to deal with the nightly horn anymore. After graduation, I moved to a different city. The horn thing became this funny family story I'd tell people. Yeah, my mom was the neighborhood weirdo who blew an air horn every night for years. People would laugh. It was just this quirky thing my mom did. Then last month, I got a Facebook message from Mr. Preston, this older guy who used to live 3 houses down from us. He said he was in town and wanted to meet for coffee. I remembered him vaguely as the nice man who always waved when I rode my bike past his house. We met at this little cafe downtown. He looked nervous, kept fidgeting with his coffee cup. Finally, he said, "Maya, I need to tell you something about your mom's air horn. Something you should know." My stomach dropped. I thought he was going to tell me about some legal trouble or complaints I didn't know about. Instead, he told me about this.
My 15-year-old son goes to my married sister's house every weekend. When I found out why, I couldn't believe it. The age difference between my son and my sister isn't that big. He's 15 years old, and she's 20, so they've always been very close. Since he was a child, my son has always matured quickly for his age. At 11 or 12, he already wanted to dress like an adult and was very particular about his appearance. My sister and he were in similar stages of life, so they were very attached. When my sister turned 18, she started dating someone, then got engaged, and eventually married. That made her distance herself a little bit from my son, which was natural as their lives were taking different directions. After a while, my son reconnected with her and her husband, becoming close friends with him. Every weekend, my son wanted to go to their house, and I always allowed it because I could see that they had a good reputation. My sister's husband was very kind, so I always allowed it. One weekend, my son went to their house but forgot his phone charger. Since my sister and her husband used iPhones, they didn't have a charger compatible with his phone. He sent me a message asking if I could bring the charger, and I told him I would. Later, I ended up forgetting, and when I remembered, it was already around 11 p.m. My husband and I went to bring the charger. When we arrived, we called, but no one answered. Since my sister lives in a house below my parents', we entered because the gate was open. We went to her house, and the living room door was unlocked, so we went in. Everything was very quiet, and I thought everyone was already asleep. I went to my sister's room, and when I opened the door, you won't believe what I saw.
Woke up to getting my cat licked and abused by 5 guys. I was overworking one night and got off at 10 p.m. To relieve my stress, I paid a couple of homeless guys to use me in any way they wanted. This meant they could pound my cat raw, milk in my throat, and even face pound me. To my surprise, they did all of this. They pounded my cat, gave me a special facial, and even milked inside of cat and had my liquids and their milk combined. The luxury of this felt so good, lol. So after about an hour of me being used by these homeless men, it was 12 a.m. I offered them a chance to stay at my house for the night. We all slept in the bed together whilst completely unclothed. As we were trying to go to sleep, we were kissing, gurking each other off, and they were even playing with my cherries. It was so fun. Around 3 a.m. or 4 a.m., I was done being used by them. Since I had made them milk 20 times each. I was sleeping peacefully, dreaming about the time I sucked 50 hot dogs in one night at an adult theater. That was the most I've ever did, and I probably wouldn't do it again. I suddenly woke up to one of the homeless men hovering over my face with his hot dog deep in my throat. His friends were pounding my cat and using and licking my cherries. I quickly gave in because why not? It felt amazing. I would highly recommend this to anyone out there. Is this weird to admit? Let me know in the comment thread below this.
My son nut all over my face. My son's biggest passion is soccer, and I always used to watch his games and take him to practice and would proudly watch him. I used to take him and his friend home 3 to 4 days a week because they were living close, and it was his best friend that didn't have that much support from his parents, and I felt bad for it. It was match day and they were having an important match for finals in a local league. In the first half my son scored 2 goals, so it was 2-0. Second half starts and the other team scored 3 goals and overturned the match, and it was the 87th minute and it was 3-2. My son's friend scored an equalizer at 3-3, and then his friend scored 2 goals because they had 6 minutes of extra time, leading to winning the local cup, and everyone was so happy and we celebrated singing. I got out of the chair and jumped. At this point I was so happy and told them that I was taking them home so we can celebrate. Son's best friend asked that because they are the winners they both want a reward because they put in so much effort, and he said that because they won he wants to see my cherries. Obviously I flashed him and my son also saw it, and they started laughing and being excited. Follow for part 2. Caught my son spying on me in the bedroom, and when I went to confront him he ended up plowing deep into me. I'm 43, my son is 19. This happened on Monday, 2 days ago. I had just finished working out in our gym basement. I took a quick shower to clean myself. I went to my room, applied lotion, all the normal stuff. The first thing I noticed was the red blinking of the camera. I don't know what it was at first. It was a blinking light under my mirror. So I went and checked, and then I saw the lens. The camera is a knockoff GoPro I got him years ago when we were on particularly hard times and I couldn't afford the real thing. He's a skater, he wanted to record himself, so I got him this off eBay. I'm surprised it still works. And here it was, in my bedroom, recording me fully exposed. I panicked and turned it off. I figured out how to see the videos on it and watched my son place the camera down where it was hidden. It was so weird seeing him there. It was even weirder realizing he was putting the camera there to see me exposed. It was scary, it was weird, but it was also made me feel excited in a way. I deleted the video. I didn't want to talk to him about it that night, and the video would have shown me discovering the camera, so he'd know now. So I just deleted it. It was the easiest option. I put the camera back in its hiding spot and got dressed in my PJs, then left my room for long enough for him to get the camera. When I came back it was gone. He then messaged me to come to his bedroom. Press share and more for part 2. A month ago, I blew up on my husband and told him that I hated him touching me and told him to stop. He hasn't touched me since and it's making me miserable. But I won't apologize and be a hypocrite. Before I go on, I want you guys to know that my husband and I have a very loving relationship. We've been married for 3 years. He's my best friend, and I can't see my life with anyone other than him. My only complaint about him is that he touches me too much. I'll walk past him and he'll slap my butt. We'll be watching TV and his hand will be wrapped around my boob. I'll be cooking and he'll come up from behind and kiss my neck. I'll try to tie my shoes and his hand will rest on my ass. It's not just sexual touch. We'll be walking and he'll want to hold hands. We'll be eating dinner and he'll try to play footsie. I'll be at the grocery store and he'll try to give me a hug in the cereal aisle. Got to a point where it was too much for me and I finally snapped. I yelled at him a month ago when he tried to give me a back rub while I was working on my computer. I told him that I don't like it when he touches me. I told him that I want him to just leave me alone. As soon as I said it, I regretted it. I saw how much I hurt him and it made me feel sick. He said, I understand, and started putting on his shoes. I asked him where he was going. And he said the gym and left. Just like that. He came back 2 hours later and he seemed different. He didn't look as hurt, but his face just looked cold. He went to bed and didn't say goodnight. This is where I think I messed up. Since that night, he did what I said. He stopped touching me. At first I thought it was a relief, and I felt like I was finally getting a breath of fresh air. But I realized he never touched me at all. He never tried to kiss me or hold my hand. He'd always have them crossed or in his pockets. Watching TV. He'd give me distance. When he came into the kitchen, he'd get what he wanted and leave. He just stopped touching me. I miss him. I want to take back what I said. I want him to touch me again. Everything. The ass slaps. The boob grabs and the footsie. I want it all. I messed up and I shouldn't have said anything. If I could take it all back, I would. But I don't want to seem like a hypocrite. He's trying so hard to do what I said. Sometimes I see him try, but then he puts his hands back in his pockets and I want to scream to touch me, but I can't. And he won't. I messed up our dynamic. And I wish I could go back to last month, but I can't. I don't know how to move forward with this.
Pounded my daughter after she saw me pleasuring myself. I, 42M, have been single for 5 years since my partner passed away. My daughter, 26F, came home to visit while she thinks about moving back to my town. I have since moved into a small 1-bedroom apartment, so there was no real room for her, but she's only staying 2 weeks. I haven't seen her in over a year even though we talk every week. She and I are very close. When I picked her up from the airport, my heart raced. We held hands an entire drive home. Having a woman in the house again felt really good. I had a list of chores for her to do and she started almost immediately. I told her I wanted to thank her for her work and she suggested we go out to a nice restaurant. I was excited since I mostly cook at home for myself and it has honestly been a few months since I've been on a date. I got dressed and we went to a nice Italian restaurant she picked. She was so attentive the entire night. It was sweet, and when she suggested I have another glass of wine, I didn't hesitate. We went for a short walk after dinner and I hung off her arm and we talked about her boyfriend. It was the happiest I've been in a while. When she drove us home, she grabbed my hand and held it, initiating the contact. When we got home, we talked more and she massaged my shoulders and then neck. It was heaven. I realized that I was enjoying being touched too much and excused myself, saying I was going to bed. I went to my room and put a towel on my bed and got comfortable. I was about to stroke myself, but my daughter walked in. She then saw me obviously exposed. She then started smirking. Press share and more for part 2.
Son's load for breakfast every day. I'm a divorced mother, living with my 18-year-old son. I've been very corny after my divorce and I frequently use toys inside my room, and I knew my son could hear me. It all started a few months ago when I went to clean his room. I noticed one of my panties was under his desk, and it was covered in dried load. The smell was intoxicating to me. I didn't say anything to him about my discovery, and let him have the freedom to continue. Sometimes I intentionally wore the panties with my son's fresh load on them. It turned me on like crazy. Because of my free reign on my son's behavior, he has seemingly become emboldened. He not only releases his huge loads on my panties but also on my bras and my skirts as always. I pretended not to notice and simply wore whatever piece of clothing that had his dried load on them and washed it off later. It seriously turned me on knowing that I've been wearing clothing with my son's load on them. One morning, my son told me he made me coffee and carried a cup to me directly. It was unusual for him to make coffee, and as I drank it, he stared at me with the most strange excitement. I stared back at him cluelessly, and when I tasted a trace of his load in my coffee, everything was clear to me. But once again, I pretended not to know what he was doing. Later that evening, he carried a cup of milk to my room and said, "It's good to have a cup of milk before sleep." I could see his wild excitement as I drank his milk. He asked me how does his milk taste, and still acting like I was completely oblivious, I told him that his milk tasted very sweet, and Mommy loved it. I could see that burning love in his eyes. Now he makes his special coffee every day and I enjoy it. Yesterday I even tasted glazed donuts made by him. I couldn't stop licking the glaze. He kept watching me as I tasted his donuts. It brought him so much joy that he went to the toilet for a moment. At that point I asked myself, when will he finally dare to suggest me a bit more follow for more?
I busted a fat load in my sister. This all started when she got stuck in the washing machine, so like any normal 10-year-old would, I gave her some dummy back shots. For some background, me and my stepsister and I have always had a friendly relationship. She's a few years older than me, and I can't deny that she's pretty attractive. She's got this long, wavy hair that frames her face perfectly, But most importantly, she got some humongous mommy milkers. Holy moly, I could waterboat them for hours, but anyways, I've never thought of her in that way, of course. But a few days ago, I was home alone just chilling on the couch when I heard some noise coming from the laundry room. I went to investigate and found my stepsister stuck in the washing machine. Her body was fully wedged in there. She must have been trying to reach something that had fallen behind the machine. Her behind was sticking out, facing me. I rushed towards her, panicking that she could be hurt. I grabbed her waist and started pulling, trying to get her unstuck. I honestly think she got stuck due to her mommy milkers being so huge. As I felt her soft skin and the curve of her body beneath my hands, I started to lose control, so I told her that I'd seen this before in a movie, and the only way to get her unstuck was by the power of back shots. Surprisingly, she agreed, and I started taking her to Pound Town. Holy guacamole, did she have a gorilla grip. I almost passed out. Sadly, this didn't work, so like any 10-year-old, I turned on the washing machine and went back to watching TV.